And that I don't have beef with season 3. Season 2 is just top tier for me. And season 1 and season 3, I don't know which one I'd like the most, because season 1 I've seen like 2 or 3 times. Season 3 I've only seen once, so I'd have to like rewatch it.
I want to go back and rewatch. I mean, I literally just watched it how many months ago, but I want to go back and rewatch it so that I'm prepared and like back in the world for season 4 whenever season 4 comes out.
Yeah, I hope soon.
I think season 5 is coming out. They're started filming it, or they're gonna start filming season 5 soon.
Season 5?
Yeah.
Oh, so season 4 should be coming out soon.
I think season 4 is gonna come out like spring, and they said they're gonna start filming season 5 like January, February, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So then I think it comes out next fall or next winter, I think.
Season 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I saw.
Bridgerton is such a spring show. Like, I'd want to watch it in the spring. I don't know why. It's like Gilmore Girls is such a fall show, and I only watch it in the fall.
That's fair.
Outer Banks, I feel like it should be just in the summer, which they did, and like they've put out new seasons in the winter, and I'm like, why? It's a summer show, but yeah, I feel like that's
I don't know, because okay, wait. I mean, in the fall, I just want to like binge things and sit around and do nothing because it's cold.
So. You don't like the fall?
I do like the fall. It's my favorite. But what I'm saying is like I just want to binge or sit around and binge things. So I would binge Bridgerton again. Or I'd binge read books.
Okay, this is reading between the lines. We're both emotionally unstable, but that's okay because we're doing it together. So go team.
I wanted to just talk about, and you haven't read these books yet, but I just wanted to like say my thoughts, and then I have one thing I want to ask you. Okay, so the book, I have them right here, so I'll just show it. The Deal, the off-campus series, is becoming a show, and I think it's 1 season per book, right? So season 1, The Deal's coming out. I'm like not that deep into the fandom because I just read these books, but they're really good, and I'm really excited for the show. And the first pictures of the main couple just came out like a couple days ago, and everyone's freaking out about it and stuff. But there's so many people that hate the casting so much, and I'm like, it's not that serious, guys. It's not that serious. And I think the casting is good. And I need to show you one picture because some people are like, oh, that's not how I imagined the FMC or the MMC. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. We all imagine different things. But this one comment said that they thought the MMC looked too old. Now, let me just say, they're in college, right? And the comment said that the guy who's playing the MMC could play the dad of the MMC. Let me just show you. Yeah,
this guy?
One. Yeah.
What?
I know.
Bro looks like he's 15. What are you talking about?
No, I'm like, what do you mean he could play his dad? Like, did a child write this? What is going on?
I'm sorry. What? Okay.
I know.
People online, you need to like take a chill pill. Like, stop being so feral. Like, it's fine. Relax.
I know.
Like, what?
And then there's the other guys from the other books in this series. Some of them don't like what the person looks like. They're like, that's not him. Like, he's not hot enough or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but you need to see him play the character. Like, if you see him like play the character, like that makes so much of a difference, because sometimes I think characters are hot and I don't think the actors are. You know what I mean?
So true.
I'm like, okay, we just need to calm down.
I partially get it though, because I see all these like casting things that are put out where it's like, this could be Rysand, this could be Azriel, and I'm like, no, that's not who it. But like, if we got them into like, if they, you know, got a little more tan, you know, we got them into the vibe, right? I feel like, okay, I could see it. So yeah. You can't just like judge a person like without seeing them as the character. Like, exactly. That's part of acting. Like, what?
Exactly. You need to see them dressed up, say the quotes that the characters say, like in the realm of the show, right? And I'm just like, You guys just need to calm down because I feel bad for these actors and actresses when they're like, this is not my FMC or MMC. Like, this is not it at all. I'm like, these are real people, guys. Let's just calm down.
They have feelings, okay?
Like, if we do bad acting, okay, you guys can say a few things, but it's
but we're not there yet, so you can't.
exactly.
So relax.
Exactly.
Like, what? Okay.
Anyways, I just wanted to say that because I am really excited about that, but people are just.
Was that your question for me? If I thought he looked really old?
Yes.
Okay. I don't listen. Some people are just dumb, and I don't know if it's just rage bait, but like I get caught up in it, so it's like people don't do that. Like, just stop.
No, I get caught up in it too. Like, I look at the comments because TikTok comments are usually funny, right?
Yeah.
But then sometimes they're just like annoying, and I'm like, okay, we just need to scroll past because I'm just getting mad.
Some people are so stupid. Okay. That's all. Okay.
Anyways, I just had to say that because that's like been all over my For You page. And then neither of us have read this book, but The Love Hypothesis, they wrapped filming. So that movie's probably going to come out soonish.
I've read that book actually.
Oh yeah, you have.
It's not that good.
That's what she said.
I didn't realize they were making it into a movie.
Yeah, Lily Reinhart is in it, and another famous guy who I can't remember his name.
Nice. Yeah. Aren't they also filming Verity right now?
Yes, I think so. I think is it Anne Hathaway in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I feel like I remember them saying they're filming that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I really hope that they don't. And Lauren Roberts was on some TV whatever the other day. She said that they're filming or they're gonna start or whatever Powerless, and I was like, I'm not ready for that. Because what if they can't mess it up? They can't.
No, they can't. Isn't Prime? I'm pretty sure Prime is doing all of them, like Fourth Wing, Powerless, Lightlark. No, not Lightlark. Fourth Wing, Powerless, the Off-Campus series.
I don't know.
Well, they're doing a lot of them, and they're making them into shows. And Prime cancels shows. Like, there's a show, My Lady Jane, that I watched, and it's so good. It's actually a book into a show, like not an adaptation or anything. I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't think so. But it's literally like the stuff we love in books in a show. And they canceled it after one season, even though everyone loved it. So I'm like a little worried that they're going to do that for these ones as well, even though they're based off of books and everyone loves them. Like, I'm just like traumatized. I'm scared.
I wish that HBO would do Fourth Wing because they did Game of Thrones and they did it right. So
yes, but I will say there are a lot of Prime shows that I do like when they don't cancel them. And I think if HBO isn't doing it, then Prime is definitely the next best thing.
Okay, fair. Still nervous about it though.
But I also kind of wish that Fourth Wing was becoming like movies instead.
Yeah.
Because I love movies, trilogies, like Lord of the Rings, The Hunger Games. I mean, that's not a trilogy, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I love those. And Lightlark is becoming movies, and I love that. I think I'm going to love that a lot more.
I feel like they should be because there's so much to include. And, like, what are you going to include in an hour episode for Fourth Wing? Like, tell me what at that point? Because it's going to be so long that it'll be a movie. Like,
yeah, I would just. And I'm someone who loves movies probably more than shows. Like, I watch a lot of shows, but I would rather go to the movies and see something.
Right. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like, because I wouldn't want ACOTAR to be a show. I'd want it to be a movie.
No, same.
Like, that would only make sense.
No, yeah, I fully agree.
Except if they do that, I'm scared they're going to do it so wrong, but it's fine.
I know, but I want them to do it. Okay, because I have that unrealistic dream of acting in ACOTAR.
Fair.
But I also want to see Throne of Glass as movies because I think it would be like Lord of the Rings, but better because it's going to be like romance and the drama is it's going to be insane. Like, everything's going to be insane. And then the romance is going to be amazing. Like, if anything should become a movie, or that it would be that.
No, dude, because Throne of Glass was too emotionally damaging. That cannot be a movie.
No, because I want to like rewatch it. Like, I want to
Dude, that would be like a 12 movie thing because
Okay.
unless they could do the tandem between Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn at the same time in the same movie.
That'd be good.
But Kingdom of Ash would need to be 2 separate movies.
It would be like Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2 from Hunger Games series.
Okay, fair. But I don't know if I could mentally do that. No.
Okay.
I mean, I also feel like Sarah J. Maas would not, like, out of all of her series, I feel like she would not let Throne of Glass be a movie.
Really?
Like, I feel like she'd be like Crescent City. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like Throne of Glass is just too, like, close to the heart. Like, I feel like if you do that one wrong, you do it wrong and it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, but like Crescent City, there's a little bit more like, that's just my unprofessional opinion.
Yeah.
But
I could see that. Speaking of Crescent City, I've been seeing so many TikToks of people being like, well, I guess I'm going to have to read Crescent City now that the new ACOTAR book is in the works or whatever. And they're so mad about it. I'm like, what do you mean you guess? Like, you need to read it. Like, it's so good.
because there's a stigma around the first book because it takes you a hot minute to get through it. It's like ACOTAR.
True,
Like,
yeah.
it took you a good hot minute to get through the first little bit. But it's good, but we just don't talk about it as much. Like, it wasn't as popular as the other two.
Yeah, but there's still scenes from the series that stick with me. Like, I randomly think about.
Okay, fair. Plus, also, there's such a crossover that, which, speaking of which, okay, we're so off tangent right now, but I saw this theory and I don't know if I sent it to you, but I was like, no. But it was basically saying that in Empire of Storms, it was revealed that Lorcan used to trade in Valeris.
Yeah, you said
And I was
that.
like, wait, what? So then I looked and I was like, oh my God. What? Like, they're so connected. And I was like, okay, now I'm
Sarah J.
stressed.
Maas is an actual genius.
I don't know how she does it because I was literally like, okay, I knew that there was the one connection, you know, when Aylin's like at the end in between things and she sees Rysand and Farah, but I thought that was it. But then you go and like and see all these other theories and you're like, what?
Yeah.
So point is okay, wait, no, going back. If they make one movie, they have to make all of them.
Yeah, that is true. If they make ACOTAR, I expect a full Sarah J. Maas universe. Like, you know how Shonda Rhimes has Shondaland? We need like Sarah J. Maas with all of her.
Yep.
Books.
We need the Mass universe, the multiverse.
Yes, but in movies. I want them in movies.
Right. It can't be shows.
Yeah.
No. Anyways,
Speaking of Shondaland.
Do you have any other news? Is that news?
No, but Shondaland created Bridgerton. So speaking of Shondaland.
Well, full circle. Okay. Because we didn't introduce this episode. That was our new segment that we're gonna do in every episode of book news or bookish news. Because there are things that are always happening and we talk about them, just not on our episodes, and we probably should. So, and to keep you guys up to date on what's going on in the bookish world in case you don't know. So that's that. Now we're going to talk about Bridgerton season 3, which I love this season. This makes me so happy. I love this season. And this will be our last episode on Bridgerton, and then we'll go back to books, we promise. But right now we wanted to talk about Bridgerton. So this is the last episode of that. Sad day. Or yeah, last episode of Bridgerton. Sad day. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. First things first that I want to mention is I want to make sure that we talk about not just the couple, but the like expansion of the world, I guess, and Lady Whistledown, because that was like so intriguing to me this entire season. Plus also Eloise and like her trying to figure out her life was also very intriguing.
Yes.
the whole season. So, if you don't know, don't listen to this. But this season was technically about Francesca, one of the Bridgertons. Technically.
Well, no, it is Penelope and Colin's season because Francesca's season, based off of the books, like a lot happens in her book, and this was just like the introduction, basically.
Well, I'm not gonna like that season because I don't like her, but that's besides.
Well, I heard what happened, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be depressing. So
doesn't her husband die?
yeah.
Anyway, it's a major L. Yeah, but okay, fine. It wasn't about her, but she was the diamond of the season.
Yes.
So it did start with her at the beginning and doing their little thing in front of the queen and whatever. And basically, Colin also comes back from his travels and whatever. And of course, Penelope is. Why are you shaking your head at me?
No, continue.
Am I saying this wrong?
No, I just have thoughts about Colin. So
if it's anything negative, you don't get to say it. Anyways, I'm just kidding. I said negative things about Anthony. You can say it. But he comes home from his travels and everything, and everybody's so excited. Of course, Penn is very excited that he's back. And you can say your words now. I'll stop talking.
Okay, I just wanted to say at the end of season 2, I'm pretty sure that was it. He says comments about Penn to the other guys and basically was like, oh, I would never be with her. Like, she's just a friend. And it was like so mean. And then he just goes off and travels the world, no thoughts in his brain, leaving Penn to like think about all of his words and stuff. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Okay, first of all, sure. That wasn't necessarily accurate, though. I feel like he just said that to say that. You know how like popular people say things, but they're just trying to be popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not actually true. And then second, they still wrote letters to each other during that travel time, I think. Which, yes, they did, because at the end of the season, he told her that her letters were always his favorite to receive.
Oh, yeah.
So
honestly, I feel like Colin, up until season 3, like season 3 is different, he was kind of like a two-dimensional character. Like there wasn't really anything really that's drawing me towards him. I'm just like, you're just there. You're kind of just saying words. I don't know.
Okay, we've said this in past episodes. The men were not the men until their season. Like they were nothing. Like Anthony in season 1 was like ugly and stupid and nothing. Okay, so up until season 3, of course, Colin was not. Whatever. I was rooting for them from day 1, though.
Yes, me too, because it was so clear, like obviously. Right. But there's this Sabrina Carpenter song that she just released called "When Did You Get Hot?" I'm pretty sure, and I've seen edits of Anthony from season 1 to season 2, and I'm like, that actually is so accurate for all of them. Like, yeah.
No, because like I don't think Benedict is attractive, but in this next season he'll probably will be.
Yeah, I think he has funny moments, and then that's all I think about him. Like, it's not like...
No, exactly my point.
Yeah.
Or he's kind of stupid right now. Anyways.
Yeah, but yeah, Colin did have a glow up from season 1 to season 3. Like, he no longer looks like a kid. The sideburns are gone. Like,
no. Chef's kiss of a man. Chef's kiss of a man. Anyways, so basically also, Penn still isn't married, obviously, and she's figuring out how to be Whistledown. Spoiler alert. And then also, like, she's like, I need to get married and whatever. And so basically, if I'm remembering correctly, like basically right at the beginning, she told Colin, like, I need to get married. I need to find like a husband. And he was like, I'll help you. And that was basically how they started spending all this time together. Like, what did you expect to happen?
He's helping her find a husband. Huh, I've never seen this before.
No, really. It's like, I'm gonna teach you how to flirt, so you have to practice on me. It's like, what did you people think were gonna happen? What?
It's obviously just friend stuff.
They're just friends, guys. They're just friends. Okay, relax. That's basically how the season starts, and you're also kind of like following Francesca a little bit, like in what she's doing and trying to marry her off and whatever. But it starts off with like Penn being upset about, like, I didn't understand this, but I understood it. But like Colin was like a new person, like he was a new man after all of his travels and whatever. And everybody was like salty about it. They're all like, why is he like that? It was like he discovered himself. Like, what? Like, stop. I was for it, but everybody else was like, what is wrong with him? Like, what? Anyways, but he was also like the bachelor of the season, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he starts helping Penelope trying to find a husband. They go to the balls and all this stuff, and she meets, don't even remember his name.
Oh,
The blonde
that
guy.
that hunts.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
And I just was like, because because Colin was like, go talk to him. Like, that's the one I want you to talk to. And she was like, no. And he was like, yeah, you're gonna go talk to him. So they started talking and whatever, and they were interested in each other, kind of. I wouldn't say like really, but kind of. So basically that's how it starts, is all that fun jazz. And also Eloise is no longer friends with Penn because she found out. She was also trying to figure out who she was, I think, a little bit too, because she was like, this one friend that I had forever kind of went away, or didn't go away. She just was like, I can't trust you anymore, which is kind of fair. But I thought it was interesting how she was friends with, oh my gosh, what's her name?
Cressida?
Yeah, her. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, out of all the people you could have picked, that's who you chose.
Yeah.
Like, what? And that was interesting in itself to like figure out and see. Anyways, but
Oh, and side note, before I forget, Cressida's dad. Okay, I don't like Cressida, and I haven't liked her like any season. But I low-key felt bad for her when her dad tried to marry her off to like this really old guy.
I know.
Like that was fucked up. And I know that was the thing back then, but that was fucked up.
No, I know. And he was like, you're doing this, like, whatever. And he was very mean about it. And her mom did like nothing. I was like,
Yeah, like if you're gonna marry her off, find like a hot guy. At least he'd be nice to look at, right? Like,
unless
if you
just,
want
like,
ugly kids, no, you don't. You don't want an ugly grandkids. Like what?
but in that time, it was money or looks. There wasn't both.
Bro.
Unless
What would you
you're
go for?
Bridgerton.
Money or would you go for money or looks?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't like
If
this
you-
question.
If you were alive back then.
Looks, probably.
No, me too. Yeah. Like I know money can buy happiness, but I want to like the person.
I'd be more
Like,
happy.
I don't want to
if
have
you
to kiss an old man.
Yeah, you. No.
Ew. Disgust.
I don't even want to think about that. I can't remember what episode it was. It felt quick. Basically, she was like flirting with that one blonde guy. I don't remember his name, Lord something or another. They were kind of like becoming a thing, kind of, but like Penn obviously didn't really have feelings for him, and like he kind of did, but he was more like, I just want to do this because I have to, sort of thing. Blah, blah, blah. And sorry, what?
There's nothing. I didn't think there was anything wrong with him. Like he wasn't mean. He wasn't like the ugliest person alive, but it just wasn't for Penn.
Yeah. He also seemed way too old.
That's what I was saying. I was thinking that too.
Like, because they made her look a lot younger than she actually is.
Yeah.
And so like she looked very young the whole time. What happened is she was flirting with him and doing all the things. And I remember specifically, I can't remember what happened first, but I remember the hot air balloon thing. Little dramatic, little dumb. Not gonna lie.
I got secondhand embarrassment from that.
Dude, I did too. That was so bad. Because Cressida was trying to steal this Lord guy from Penn.
Yeah.
Basically. Because she didn't want to marry anybody else. And also, I remember a couple of random scenes, and I think that day was one of them, when Penn was eating something, a dessert or something, and she was going like this on her lips and whatever, and there was like a zoom in slow-mo of Colin watching her, and I was like, no, stop. Can we not? No.
This feels too intimate.
Like, this is not, like, stop. No. But that happened a lot. Anyways, so the hot air balloon thing happened. Whatever. That was weird. The night before, tell me if this is right. The night before, Colin went to her house. Okay.
I was waiting for this scene. I actually don't know when it happens in the show, but I've been waiting to talk about it.
No, because this was before, because he got like blaring drunk, and that next night the guy was going to propose to Penn, and he did not let that happen. I think that's how it went. I think. Because he was hungover and didn't go to the ball because of that. I'm talking about the scene where she asks him to kiss her.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is that before she meets that guy? Because I kind of feel like it is, because she was like, I'm going to die spinster. I'm never going, and I'm going to die without having my first kiss. And she gave like this whole speech. And my initial reaction was, girl, this is so dramatic. But then I think about it and I'm like, girl, I am you, you are me. Like,
Emma.
I was like, okay, real.
I knew their kiss happened in episode 2. I knew it. Okay. So it happened in episode 2. Because she was like, I don't wish to die without ever being kissed. Whatever. Okay.
Felt.
She's okay, that's a different issue. We're talking about a TV show right now. This is not therapy session, okay? Just kidding. This is therapy.
You are my free therapist.
I know. I know. Oh my god. Okay. No, it was episode 2 because yes. That was wild because I was like embarrassed, but at the same time I was like, yes, do it.
No, for real. Because I'm like, if he rejects her, that's so embarrassing. But if he actually kisses her, we love this.
No, I know. And he did like, he kind of was like, no, that's not true. That's not gonna happen. Then she was like, please, or whatever. And he was like, okay. And it wasn't like a little kiss. It was like they full blown went for it.
Yeah.
And I was
like, damn.
it's like, whoa, calm down.
Yeah.
I also would like to say that as the seasons went on, they got way more bold because in the first season they were like, we can't even be seen in the garden together alone, blah. And then like season 3, they're out here like making out in the middle of nowhere and no one cares.
Yeah. Well, in season 2, they literally slept together before they got married, and they weren't even planning on getting married either.
So that happens. Then the next episode happens. They kind of go about their normal way, okay? And whatever. Pretend it really didn't happen. She's still courting that other guy, the Lord guy, okay? Yeah. And then there's a ball, and Colin gets drunk because of what happened. Because he's like, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to think that, whatever. That night at the ball, they've been told that that guy's going to propose to Penelope. And he was like, I'm not letting that happen. Because now he realized he has feelings for her.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to feel those feelings because he's a dude. Anyways, and then I don't think it was that ball because I think they broke it off together and it was a mutual thing because I think they're both like, we're not meant for each other. Like, it's just not. Then the next day or ball, I think, was when I can't remember what happened or how it happened, but Penelope like ran out and was like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, whatever, went to her carriage.
You're right there getting bold in a moving carriage. There's people right out there driving the carriage.
Dude. Okay. So she gets in the carriage. She's crying. She's sad because she's like, no one's going to ever love me. I'm never going to get married. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Felt.
I just dropped my phone. What'd you say?
I said felt.
Okay, whatever. And then Colin goes chasing after her because he's like, I can propose to her now or whatever. I want to confess my feelings. Best love confession of the entire show.
I honestly can't remember exactly what he said. Like, I know I loved it, but I can't remember the exact words.
It was so good. And then I don't know what, how, where, what, all of a sudden he was up in there. I don't know what. I don't know how it literally went from 0 to 100 like that. I was like, 'cause they were like fighting and yelling, and then he said his love confession, and then they were kissing, and then all of a sudden he's like,
girl waited how many years? She was like, I'm not stopping this now.
dude, I was like, but the carriage driver can hear you. Like, what are you doing?
I know.
It literally stressed me out. Anyways,
It stressed me out too, especially like when the carriage stopped, and I'm just like, what is what is happening?
I also would just like to be this person because I'm gonna go there because I think of logistics. Okay,
Okay.
just go with me here. The carriage stops, okay, and they're gonna get out, right? Because yeah, and he's sitting next to her on the ground, whatever. But after what happened,
I don't.
did
Yeah, he was
you
like
see
kneeling
what I'm
in front of her, which makes it so much better. Let me just say that. But yeah. And then he's like, let's go tell my family. And I'm like, don't you guys like need a minute? Like, let's just calm down.
No, because literally, I was like, first of all, would have made the scene so much better if, yeah. Anyways, but then he goes, will you marry me? Are you going to marry me or not? And I was like, what?
He low-key trapped her into that. He just like did that, and he was like, well, I guess you have to marry me, shucks.
I was like, okay, like obviously, but like they were like clearly they had way too much to talk about. But I was like, that was steamy, okay? Like, what?
Yes, but I also love how Colin, like, the minute he was like, he knew that he wanted her, he basically got her. Like, there was no playing around.
He was like, this is happening. Done.
Yeah, exactly.
Loved that. Yeah, and so then they go in and tell his family that they're engaged. And Eloise basically was like, what? And was pissed off about it and whatever, and yells at her and whatever. That's a really sad tangent.
I know I just said that I didn't like her this season, but she had a point of, she was like saying how Penelope has to tell Colin that she's Lady Whistledown or Eloise will. Right? She gave her that ultimatum.
That was at a different time, but yes.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like she had a point. Like she should tell him.
She did. But at the same time, like she was kind of cruel. I was like,
yeah. Like Penelope was stressing. Like she finally got this man she's been yearning after for like her whole life, basically. And then everyone's like gonna reveal her as Lady Whistledown and all these things, and she was like, I can't even be happy in this moment. Like, what is happening?
No, she literally couldn't even be happy because, yeah. So then I think it was the next episode or the episode after that. It was the next episode because her mom was so mad that she found out that she was engaged by Lady Whistledown, right? I think that's what it was.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's what it was. She was so mad. Loved this scene because Penelope finally kind of like found herself at that moment, which seemed kind of strange that it took Colin to help her do that, but that's beside the point. But like she like was like confident enough in herself at that point, and she was like, well, why would I, like, you've been so mean to me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Colin comes in after her mom said something really mean, and he basically let her have it. And I was like,
I love that scene. It was giving Anthony and in season 2 when he was defending Kate.
no, literally.
Like we love
We
women for that.
we love men that defend their women. We just love that.
Yes.
It was so good. And then he was like, we're leaving. And I was like, yes, we are. We're leaving. I'm ready for it. We're leaving. Where are we going? Like,
take me away.
I was so ready. And then he showed them where they're going to be living. The mirror scene, bro. The mirror scene.
I knew that was coming up because I saw stuff about it. But after that, like, what followed that was like, oh, it's still going. It's still going. And there was no music, so it was just them. And I'm like, I feel like I'm watching porn right now. Can we put some music on? Like, I love this for them, but I need some music.
Emma needs some audio.
No, and not their audio, something over that.
It's so fun. I'm pretty sure I muted it, but
I think I turned it down because I'm like, oh my god, they're breathing so heavily and it's so loud, and I don't feel uncomfortable.
it was kind of, I was like, because the mirror scene was so good and it was so sweet and precious.
It was sweet, and then they went to that.
Well, okay, the weirdest part too, like to me, like looking back on that scene, I like actually think about this a decent amount, which maybe is a problem. But they like, okay, so they did the mirror scene, right? And then he like undressed her and whatever. And then she's just standing there like this. And I was like, that's so awkward. That's so cold. Like, what? Like, what? While he's like undressing, I'm like, no, stop.
No, I was getting so uncomfortable. Like, I love this for them, but like, I don't need to see every single detail.
No, I know. And then they did it, and then they laugh. I was like, this is not a laughing matter. Like, no. This, and then she goes, did we do it again? I was like, and he was like, give me like 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know. And I know we've said this before, but their lack of knowledge about this is so embarrassing. I'm like, you don't even know. No, because there is, I think, okay, I'm just going to say it, right? I think he like, I can't remember if he went down on her or like he fingered her or whatever. And then he was like, gonna like, they're actually gonna have sex. She's like, there's more. Like, there's more to, and I'm like, what do you mean there's more as a question? It's like, this is so bad. I mean, you don't even know the basics.
Or is it bad that we know everything?
No, I think it should be common sense at this point.
No, I was literally like, okay, I love this, but at the same time, I was like, this could not be more embarrassing.
I know.
Anyways, so that
I
happened.
got a lot of secondhand embarrassment during that.
Yeah. The mirror scene, though. Live for that scene. That was a good scene. That part was good.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're just living their best life because they're engaged. But I can't remember. He finds out before they're married, right?
Yes, he finds out because he follows her to the printing place and sees her, and then they have this huge fight, and that's how whatever episode it was ended.
That episode also did something to me. I don't like, they're like, because they were obviously always friends. So they were like friends to lovers. But in that moment, that was like where they turned to enemies, and they were like enemies to lovers. And I was like,
no, because friends to lovers to enemies to lovers is such a good trope that hardly anyone talks about.
no, I know. It's so good.
I'm watching a show right now that has that exact trope, and I'm like, oh, I'm eating it up. It's so good.
It's so good. Because they were like yelling at each other. Like he was so hurt. And yet they still kissed after. Like they still were like,
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, then they get married. You're right, it was before.
Yeah. But I do want to mention he finds it out, and then the next episode, I can't remember what happens first. So the Queen Charlotte was trying to find Lady Whistledown. She was like, I know it's someone in this room. And only Eloise and Colin, and then obviously Penelope know, I'm pretty sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no one says anything or whatever. And Colin basically says to her afterwards, like, or Penelope's like, are you still going to marry me? And he was like, well, yeah, we already slept together. Like, obviously I'm going to marry you. Like, I don't want you to be ruined or whatever the words were. And I was like, love that. At least he's a good man in that sense.
Well, yeah, because it was their wedding. That's when that happened. I remember they were both like not talking to each other, and the moms were like, what's going on? And it was because he found out. And then they had the reception and they were dancing together. So they kind of were like, okay, it's fine. And then the queen came in. That's what it was.
Yes. And then so she slept in their room, like at their place. She slept in their room. He slept on the couch for a hot minute. And then Cressida, I believe it was Cressida, basically blackmailed Penelope, right?
Well, yeah, because the queen went, I'm going to give this much money to whoever, like, if Whistledown, like, reveals herself. And Cressida needed that money to not get married.
Yeah, which I understand her, like, I understand her desperation, but, like, throwing Penelope under the bus is like, okay. But one of my favorite scenes is when Colin finds out that she's being blackmailed and needs to, like, give this money. He was like, I can find the money, like, my family has the money, I can do it. And she's like, well, actually, I can pay for it. And her family's like, we don't have any money. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, do you have the funds from Lady Whistledown? She's like, yeah, and a little more. And it was like an extreme amount of money that she was meaning to pay. And I was like, I love this for her. Like, I love this.
Yeah, she was like, this is, because the saddest part about all of it, though, is she was like, this is my burden to bear. But Colin was like, no. Like, even though he was pissed, he was like, this is still, like, our burden to bear.
Yes.
Which, love that for them. And I can't remember when this scene happened either, but remember when she was reading his diaries or whatever, his writings, and then he caught her, and then he cut his hand on the glass or something somehow?
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
And they were talking about their writings, and then a couple episodes later, he was going back to reading her letters, and that's when he, like, accepted the fact that they were, like, that Whistledown and Penn were the same person.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay,
yeah,
I can do this. Well, there was the one ball, which I don't know if that's what you were just talking about, but the one where Cressida reveals herself as Whistledown.
I don't know if it's that one, but yeah, that happened.
That happened. And I remember being like, you're such an idiot. Like, why would you do that?
That girl was so desperate. She didn't want to marry that man no matter what the cost, which, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like, no.
Yeah. And then they were trying, she told her mom about it, and they were trying to, like, be Whistledown and write these notes and trick the queen, and so all of that happened as well.
Well, and it wasn't even Cressida who wrote anything. It was her mom.
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys aren't the same level as Whistledown.
No, you're really not. No, the final ball was the one that both of her sisters did.
Yes. And I don't know if that's what this happened, but I wanted to mention it. And this scene went viral on everything. It was so freaking funny. And when you said that you were watching the series and you like the Featheringtons, I was like, you need to get to season 3 because there's this one scene that you're gonna find so funny. I think you found it funny. I don't know.
I don't even know what's
but so both of the sisters are married, right? And
Yep.
the mom's like, you need to get pregnant, produce heirs, right? And she asked them, like if they're doing it right, right? And the oldest is like, yeah, like obviously, but she only did it one time because she doesn't really love her husband. She's like, like I'm better alone, you know. But the youngest one, when when the mom was like, when he inserts himself, and she's like, inserts himself where? And then the mom's like, what do you guys do? And she was like, well, he kisses me and then he makes a funny noise and then he goes to change his pants. And it's so fucking funny. It's been like a year since I watched it and it's so hilarious. She was so like, what do you mean? Because she was just so happy and in love. Like she was like, I don't know.
The amount of secondhand embarrassment that I get from this show is kind of sad.
I don't know if I got secondhand embarrassment from that moment because it was just the mom and the sisters. I just thought it was so funny.
Yeah. It's bad. Oh god. Oh man. But they both got pregnant.
Yeah, they did.
The queen was like, basically like, somebody, like, I know who it is, whatever. And Penn, like, their plan was like, Penn was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna tell everybody because that's the only way to get out of this and whatever. And that confession, I was like, oh my god.
And then it pans to Colin's face and he like looks so proud of her.
I know, I cried so bad, dude.
I was like, I liked him in the season, but that moment when he fully accepted her for her, I was like, yeah, you're a good one.
Well, because that was when he said, like, after she like confessed that she was Whistledown, whatever, and everybody's like, that's when he pulls her aside and he was like, I've been trying to differentiate you from Whistledown and I've been trying to find the difference, but you guys are actually the same person. And I love that you're her. And I love that, like, that is who you are. And I was like, okay, I thought I was in love with you. I definitely am more in love with you now. Why can't you be real? Like, he was like the definition to me of like Kai Azar done well. Like, because his like love confessions were like,
yeah,
top tier. Like, his words were good. And that was just like a scene where I was like, because they've both finally felt accepted. And like, because I think of the biggest part of like their story together was Penn was a nobody and she didn't want to be really anybody, but she was Whistledown. But then she revealed herself, but she was finally to a point where she was confident enough to like reveal that. And Colin was just trying to figure out who the heck he was. And he realized that through Penn, that's who he was. Like, and it was just like, okay, I love this. This is so amazing. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, okay, obviously, like in the other seasons, like it was clear like they were meant to be together for a reason, like things happened. But it was like this season was more specific to me, like why I loved it was because it was like, okay, they finally found out who they were as individuals. And then they could be each other and they could be themselves with each other. And it was finally like a point of like pure honesty.
And that's honestly how real life relationships work. Like, you need to find yourself and know who you are before you're able to get into a relationship or like a healthy relationship. That's how it should be, and that's how the best relationships go. Like, I just saw a TikTok talking about like celebs who are gonna get married and all these things, and it was like these people were famous on their own and they made a name for themselves, a career for themselves, and then they found someone for them. Like, that's how it should be.
Right. Yeah. Because you need to be able to know who you are before you can be in a relationship. Yeah, it was just so sweet. It was so cute.
Yeah.
Except, okay, the only other thing that does bother me a little bit is that, I mean, they literally have sex one time and then they're pregnant. Like, it takes no time. That's what I don't like. I'm like, it takes no time.
I know. Yeah, because honestly, it was kind of a jump scare at the last scene. They show Penn with the baby, and I'm like, wait, when did that happen?
I know. I was like, what?
Yeah. Well,
What?
Because it was like Kate and Anthony, they showed them a little bit in this season too, and they didn't get pregnant until like the very end of the season or something like that.
Yeah, they were doing it like all the time.
Yeah, like all the time.
So I don't know how that worked. I don't know if they like, I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a little bit like, oh, like
Yeah.
I just the pregnancy trope is just not for me personally.
It's not for me either. However, I've read 2 books with kids. One, it was like a single dad. Like he already had the kid. Like the kid was, and honestly, loved. It's called Caught Up. It's a sports romance. So good. I didn't think I'd like it that much, but I'm like, wait. Like love.
Wait.
The second one is from the Off-Campus series. It's one of the like characters. And that's like an accidental pregnancy trope. And I knew that that was happening going into it. So I was like, I don't know if I like it, but it was honestly pretty good. So I just feel like it has to be done right. But then there's shows that I watch. Like this one show I watched a couple months ago, probably. This kid was younger, like in high school, and then she got pregnant. And I'm just like, that, and not even by the guy that I want her with. And I'm just like she didn't keep it or anything, but I was like, I don't like that. Like that was just so stupid. Like that didn't have to happen.
Right.
So I feel like there has to be a reason. It has to be written well.
Yeah. I mean, I get it in this season, but I was like, no, like they didn't even get to like live their life together.
Yeah, but also that was the point of like getting married. Like that's what they had to do. They had to get married and then get pregnant. Like
no, I know. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything I love. And also Eloise and Penn were finally like good at the end of it because Eloise knew and was trying to help Penn because she wanted to help Colin.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just became like they were all helping each other. And like I know it's not the end, but to me it like felt like it could be the end. You know?
Yeah, I want to know what they're gonna do with Whistledown now that everyone knows.
Right. That's what I wonder. That's what I'm like interested to see because like what I loved about not, like nobody knowing is it was like there was still mystery even though we knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
And in the trailer for season 4, I'm pretty sure it showed Penelope standing by the queen's side and like talking to the queen. So I wonder if the queen's gonna have her on like collecting gossip for her. Like I don't know. Have her on the payroll. But I am really excited for season 4. I hope that comes out sooner rather than later.
I hope it's good. I'm nervous that it's not going to be good.
I honestly have full faith that it is going to be good. Like, I don't know why, just like based off of the trailer, I feel like I'm really going to like this season.
But we already know who he's going to end up with.
We've had this conversation before. We know who they're going to end up with before the show even starts.
But I haven't read the book, so I don't need to know.
But you know, based off of like the scenes that are shown.
But I want to go into it blind. I'm not going into it blind now.
Alexis, there's no way you went into Penelope's season blind. Like you knew she was going to end up with Colin.
Yes, but we don't know who Benedict is going to end up with. We have no idea. There were no scenes unless I'm literally was not paying attention.
No, I don't think there was any scenes.
Exactly my point.
It doesn't bother me. I'm excited for it.
But now we know because of the trailer. Like they could have just kept that out of the trailer.
What would the trailer be? It's their season. It's a this show follows couples. It's their season.
No, it follows a Bridgerton.
I just feel like it's so obvious in each season who they're going to end up with.
Well, yeah, of course, once we watch episode 1, it'll be like, okay, duh. But I'm saying, like, going in, I don't want it to be like, as soon as she shows up, I don't want it to be like, oh, yeah, okay.
What's the difference between finding out beginning of episode 1 and finding out in the trailer? Like, that doesn't... You just hate Benedict so much. You're like, I don't even want his season, so I'm just gonna boycott it all.
No. What I'm saying is that I want to go in like I don't. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing can top season 3 currently in this moment. Don't even with your face. Would you rather have the carriage scene or the mirror scene?
The mirror scene, probably. I'd be too stressed in the carriage, especially in that time. I'd be like, someone's gonna catch us, someone's gonna hear us.
Fair. I just loved the love confession in the carriage scene though. Like it was so good.
That's true. And the fact that he ran after the carriage, that was actually moving, and he just opens the door and she's like, what are you doing here? I like that. Yeah,
I love that. A man should be running after me like that.
Yeah, like he should be on his knees begging me to be with him. Yeah.
Duh. I mean, bare minimum. Like, come on.
Literally bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Anyways, that's all. This was Reading Between the Lines. Thank you so much for listening. We're done with Bridgerton for the immediate because there's no new seasons. Next episode, we have an author on and we talk about her writing style, her books, and all that fun stuff. So look forward to that. And then moving forward, we just have some random fun stuff for you. There are a lot of books that are coming out that we'll be reading that I'm sure we'll want to talk about. So our TBR is overwhelming right now, but it's fine.
So long. Like I just have to order books in chunks. Like I'll just order these 3 now. I'll order these 3 later.
Our bank accounts are suffering. It's bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. We will catch you next time. Okay, bye.